position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Quinn. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback may change this route. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Woodside. Got the back over the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Back to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move,
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Makes the catch. It's McGarrigle.
your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to pass. It's Alvarez. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help tack on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
A little release to the back.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it, to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Release by the QB. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggies! Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Woodside. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Quinn. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Woodside. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? 3rd, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. They try to pop a run on the draw. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Red Raiders have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Making side adjustments here. They'll run play action. Buying some time as he moves left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls it down. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw. It's Alvarez. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's McGarrigle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Little over anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Woodside. Finds his man, it's Davis. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Red Raiders are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Shotgun snap on third down. He's got the tight end. And 45 on his way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Woodside. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
You got two. You got two.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Dropping back, it's Woodside. A little screen to the running back. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? He gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Finds his back in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's McGarrigle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Got it stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Alvarez. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I...
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Finds his man. It's Harris. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Woodside. Buys a little time with his feet. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? That quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Woodside. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. Few things on offense as reliable as has a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Off play action. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds him out of the backfield. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. To the air, it's Alvarez. Here's the pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give on the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter, and this defense will start the 4th on its heels. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Dropping back, it's Alvarez. He's got his man. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the route. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw, it's Woodside. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Davis. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Aggie. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And his throw is incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Let's go, let's go. Music now.
To the air, it's Woodside. This time it's complete. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Trying play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football. They're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The lone back's got it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.